Okay, hello. Hello, let me make sure my audio is working. Hello, hello. Yes, audio is working. Or, yeah. Okay, let's unpin that. Today we're going to be making, hey Super Cat, we're going to be making Persephone from, particularly Portrait of Ruin. Might need to start a new document. This one's starting to get sizable enough to cause some lag. I also wonder if it's not filters here. 1 second. Let's take these down for a second. Turn off a couple of filters so that maybe things are a bit lighter weight on my system. And there they go. How you doing today, Super Cat? hello, Delios. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? Welcome in my fellow EOGer. Stayed in bed longer and relaxed until 12. I stayed in bed a little longer today too, but I actually woke up at a somewhat reasonable hour and felt not terrible for once in a while. I think it's because it's cooled down. Like the temperature is down like 30 degrees from what it was. So it feels nice. Copy image. Let's get our images in here. As usual, we'll have our pixel art version be in here. But we've also got this actual artistic rendition that's official to Castlevania, which is nice to have. So we'll move those around as we need to. I don't know how long our block's going to be. But we shall see. So I'm gonna start out by Persephone, medium, humanoid. I'll be back in a bit. Food. Get you your food, Super Cat. You gotta eat. Humanoid on the holy. Decoration 3, is it? It's cursed. Yeah. Right there. Equity. In the manor holds where they can be found. Okay, let's see. Let's do level 6. I think we did. What did we do? Larrgy. Larrgy was level 4, and the Persephone is sort of associated with them for some reason. So we'll keep them within level range so they can still be somewhat related. And with the Larrgy being more of a support. Gonna give him magical evil vacuum cleaner. Can be found recently. They have been spotted with sort of corruption sucks filth. Door much more eagerly. Give them common, one other shared by their by oops sure serve if any. Delias, do you play Castlevania, or have you ever played Castlevania games? Do you have a favorite if you do? Not really. That's fair. Building creature. Here. That's fair. I really like the Castlevania games, at least the sort of the guidance, the ones from Symphony of the Night and after. I think the barcade near me has one of them, but I tried a couple times and didn't get far. Which one's on arcade? Arcade Castlevania. Is it 2D or 3D? The one in your barcade. Like, is it a really old game, or does it seem a lot newer? $2D, it's definitely old. Okay, so that's probably like one of the classic Castlevanias. They are a pain in the ass. They are hard. They're meant to be hard. Like, that was still back in the video games, or just like at-home video games are just an offshoot of arcade, where the idea was to get your quarters hard. I'm like, I like those games. I'm not their biggest fan by a wide margin. I prefer the sort of RPG light ones, like Symphony of the Night was the first one that was an RPG light like that. There's Portrait of Ruin, Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, Order of Ecclesia, ones like that. Bloodstained is a spiritual successor to that sort of game. This particular creature, excuse me, this particular creature is from Portrait of Ruin, and I think it's in Harmony of Dissonance as well, but and a different version of it, one that doesn't have the vacuum cleaner, is in a couple of other games, where she's basically just a maid with kung fu skills. So we'll do low light vision. Actually, no, let's, so rarely do creatures not have dark vision or low light vision, and it's nice to be able to exploit it. now and then. So no dark vision, no low light. Let's building creatures. I'm gonna put her dex down a bit because she's not the fastest by any means. But we're gonna raise her strength up a little bit. It's not gonna be her defining feature. I think we're gonna give her a really good con. So we'll give her, let's see, level 6. So do a dex of 3, which is 1 lower than mod. We'll do a strength of 4, which is moderate, a con of 5, and intelligence of +2, a wisdom of +5, and a charisma of 4. Or no, she's probably got a lower charisma than that. So gonna have a decent athletic, but we'll get the skills after perception. I say she has a pretty good perception because she has to spot if things are dirty or if they're intruders. So give her a high perception. And say out of place, vague, 30 feet. And we'll put that here. Out of place. That'd be bolt. And no. Oh, this is lowercase. Stephanie can sense when objects not in proper place as a vague sense within 30 feet. Sense only applies to the domains and holding of the creature she serves or her own domicile. Items. We'll see about items. What does she drop? Pretty chemistry. Pudding bucket. Forget me not. Heart brooch. A blue soul. What does her blue soul do? I think it just makes you do a vacuuming. Let's see. Absorb enemies' HP with a magical item. Let's see. And level 6 is good for what? Level 1 items are safe. Level 2 items are safe at level 6. So Let's take a quick look at items and see if there's anything she can have. Probably a worn item. That's uncommon though, so not doing that. Oh, that's a level 3 item and it's uncommon. Damn. I don't want to make her uncommon. Let's see about runes. Oh yeah. What about what are they called? Accessory runes. Are there any level 2 accessory runes? No, they start at level 3. Okay. I might just not give her any specialty items. We could give her is it maid outfit is maid clothes. Maid's attire. Fine clothing. White clothing. +1 stance to impersonate a maid. What are we building today? We are building Persephone from not Greek mythology, rather, but Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin. So she's a kung fu maid with a with an evil vacuum cleaner. I made the Larrigi last week, which is a sniper creature, and apparently the Persephone and the Larrigi are sort of associated with each other, at least in artwork. So might as well make the companion creature. There's some copy pasta here still, but I'm working my way down the list. Shoot. We just did this. We'll leave the circumstance bonuses up to the GM. Can she vacuum my room? She could, but her vacuum cleaner would probably also eat you. It's evil. It has a mouth. Hold on, let me find the other artwork that shows you the bottom of the thing. Copy image. Here. See, it's got a mouth. It's like a mimic almost. Patches, calm down. The kitties are being bad. So Get our base statistics. And I didn't get a single pull today. I'm sorry. What do modifier skills? Perception. Skills. So she's probably going to be pretty decent at surprisingly decent at athletics because of her kung fu training. So we'll give plus 15 athletics. Or we gave her moderate strength. So moderate on 6s with 13. Oops, 113. And I mean, that's generally impressive anyway. Do household lore. I need a sugar daddy that I don't have to talk to and only buys me Genesis crystals. That's I mean, I would also like a sugar daddy I don't have to talk to that buys me things. Or pays my bills at least. Household lore will do not the highest intelligence. So we're looking at 11 base, but really good at it. So we'll do 15. Household lore plus 15. Not really stealthy at all. Especially not with that vacuum cleaner. Anxiety. You're fine. I talk to people on my streams, Tracy. It's fine. That equals 13. Or plus 11. Items, armor class, probably not particularly high, 23. Definitely have a higher fortitude than most of her stuff. Low will and probably midish reflex. The high 17 fortitude. A moderate would be 14, but we're dropped by 1, so 13. And 11 there, but we've got a high whiz, so we'll do 13. I'll have even reflex and will. Something that's a big gap. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I like that better. high -2 versus the other way around. Welcome back, Super Cat. Okay, so I think that's a decent spread. One high, moderate plus, and a moderate. We could do... yeah, that is already a low plus, so yeah. And the hit points wise, we're very high con. Busty out the calculator. Alright, so we're level 6, which means we're multiplying by 8. So 8 times, what's the 8's a standard, so plus 5 is 13. Plus 8. So come up with 112. That probably between moderate and high. He's got a moderate AC. Decent saves. No bad save. So might down tune that by 16. Which would make it 96. Which is in moderate range. I'll go with 112 for now. And if it feels like she's a little on the tough side, we can go back down to 96. Oh, let's see. The cats are on a rampage today. Let's see. Weak to poison, huh? Susceptible to holy. But is resistant to dark, which will treat as a void. Resistance. Also +1 status versus here. I know what we're gonna do here. Do status versus mental. But lower the will down to low. So that way, like, it's harder to force command her to break her stuff. Do I even want to lower it? Yeah, because let's look at the command spell right quick. Command. Okay. So yeah, mental's the only really defining feature there. I mean, it's got other traits, but okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Most will saves are mental, but not all. Resistance is Oops. I appear to have accidentally closed my other window. Alright, so let's go building creatures. Thank you. Up away. Resistances. Here we go. Level 6 is 9 to 5, so 5 seems appropriate. Resistance is 5. Void 5. Holy 5. She gains protections from her servitudes. Let's make this special actually. Master's protection. I think it has to be lowercase up here actually. Master's protection 5. Weaknesses. Holy 5. And poison 5. And do Master's protection. Stephanie gains resistance to certain types of damage if he serves a master with certain traits. If he serves an unholy creature, he gains an unholy or undead creature. He gains resistance to unholy or void damage, respectively. If she has no master or they do not bear these traits, she has no. Here we go. Speed 25 feet. I think she like kicked when she was doing kung fu. Da-da-da-da. Okie dokie. So, I didn't close it, I just moved it. Alright. 6. Do moderate to hit 13. Armed. I will make it agile. Quite quick at kicking. For these purposes, at least. So we're aiming at 15 average damage. And he died. Come here. So we've got our example is 2d6 plus 8. 2d6 plus 8. But I want 2d4 plus 10 maybe? Calculate. Comes out to 15, exactly the same. Okay. So yeah, that'll do. We got 4 there. 2d4 plus 10 bludgeoning. Unarmed. Unholy. Or no, that shouldn't be unholy. That's just a normal attack. Doesn't have any ranged attacks. We are going to give her the unholy vacuum thing. Vacuum. It's not going to be agile. It's not going to be reach. Not going to have sweep. It's not unarmed. It will have grapple. It will have did we get a reposition trait? I forget. No? Okay. Grapple, reach. This is definitely unholy. And versatile P. This one we can go for higher damage on. Much higher damage on. Would we like 23 as a potential aim? Actually, yeah, let's make the kick higher because it should be high, and then agile low is moderate. And so if we make the vacuum cleaner moderate, we should aim kind of towards extreme damage. But have the lower to hit. So we're aiming at 23 now. Their suggestion is 2d12 plus 10, which is not unreasonable. We don't have any plus thing. But I could change that. Let's see. Let's lower this by 2 to 8. So we're looking at 21 average there. But we're going to be doing this plus clean the filth. So it's should be manipulate. Clean the filth. Oop. Meant to hit B, not V. Let's clear this out. We don't need it to be the icon font. Manipulate. Requirements. I spelled vacuum wrong, didn't I? Yep, did. Needs last action was a successful vacuum strike effect. Any attempts to grapple the struck creature grapple the struck creature with her vacuum. I did it again. Vacuum. Ignoring her. I just need to look at how grab's worded now. Grab. Either applies when it counts towards a creature. Towards her multiple attack penalty. If she successfully grabs or restrains a creature with her vacuum, grabs the creature, it suffers 2d4 persistent. Piercing damage for as long as it remains grabbed or restrained. So let's see. It was 18, I think so. Let's drop these to d10s. Oop. And that'll make this an average of what? 19, I think. Two D 10 plus 89. 19, yeah. And then these require a somewhat likely second chance, second action that debuffs and deals an average of 5 damage. So yeah, I think that's fine. Or I guess technically you consider persistent damage. No, yeah, because it'll end immediately if it's broken. Okay. Okay, so now we gotta sort of shrink these back for now. Vacuum. A Persephone. Oop. I know Persephone is a proper noun, but in this case, it's a non-name. It's like calling, like Jaeger is a name, but Jaegers aren't capitalized, like when referring to a thing. A Persephone's vacuum is an unholy contraption that can clean anything it touches. Anything it touches, even second blood and viscera with ease. It's giving no trace. Discovering signs of what was once in a place she has cleaned requires a DC, the high DC for this level. Or actually, I look at I spell DC. DC 24, we'll give it a +1, so 20. DC 25 perception check. Perception check. Vacuum can be disarmed manifest, we can best or vacuum as an action with the manipulate and breaks. Right. D for distance. 2 assistant lead damage. Is no. There we go. So that sort of takes us up to our 2.5, and puts a bit of a lingering double tap on it for the investment. Okay. Gains no resistance. There's an ad incoming, so I just fast forwarded it. While I'm thinking anyway. Okay. Let's see. Mm. Over. Etiquette. Did I spell it right? I don't know. Because the spell check in Affinity is actually kind of garbage most of the time. I did spell it right. I've surprised myself with that. Proper etiquette. Move? To move action, I think. One action. The Persephone bows to a creature. Showing immediately. For 1 minute. +1 bonus to AC. And there's hello bot. Goodbye. Goodbye bot. The saving throws against the bows to a creature within 3 feet. Doing proper immediately etiquette. For 1 minute, she gains a +1 status bonus to AC and saving throws against the creature. Additional. That would just be repeating it. Against the creature. Okay. May attempt a check against the target's will DC. She succeeds. Is off guard until the end of Concentrate. Goes to a creature for each action spent within 30 feet. Creature within 30 feet for each action spent during proper melee etiquette. For 1 minute, she gains +1. It's the creature she made. For 1 minute, until she uses upper hit again. And she gains against the creature. She may attempt a deception check against the target's will DC. Sorry, I have to leave so soon, but I've got other things that I want to do. Bye-bye. No problem, Super Cat. I'll go grab a drink in a second. Thank you for the hydrate. I guess she gains a +1 status bonus. It's the creature. She may attempt a deception check against the will DC of the targets. She succeeds, the creatures are off guard until the end of her next turn. Off guard to her. Against her. Next turn. Etiquette again. Joker. It's first. End of her next turn. And we'll give her a deception. Deception plus 13 or 11. Okay. I think that's probably enough. Perception. Carrying it to the will DCs of the targets. If she succeeds, the creatures any creatures he succeeds against are off guard against her until the end of the next. Let's do rasterize and trim. Now we can just do that and snap her in. Okay. Let's see. Character text style. I'm gonna go grab that drink right quick. I'll be right back. Okay. So, let's see. Do textiles. I can actually hop up here and just steal this. And corrupted. Oops. Fight being sensibly a humanoid Persephone can be conjured by magic as if they were fiends. Conjured and bound by magic as if they were fiends. Was Alaster Daemons PF2e have a being demon families monsters. The Laughter Daemons, I think, that are like, they really like to be summoned. No? Sister Daemons. That's what it was. They have an ability called Drawn to Service. Binding Circle and Planar Servitor. Alright. So we're going to do some copy pasta here and do a bit of tweaking as if they were fiends. And are eager to master it. conjuring a Persephone with binding circle and planar circle. Binding circle or planar servitor. Reduced by 5, and the Persephone demands only half the normal cost for service. It is unknown if Persephone's serve some greater power. Behind some veil. Means they created with some purpose in mind. Some purpose in mind. Some greater power. Greater power. Or where exactly they come from. Seems they were created with some purpose in mind. But what? Okay. Alright. I think that's the Persephone done. So we can go ahead and unmanifest. Do a read through, and that should help us find any mistakes. Alright. Perhaps cursed by a dark master, these unholy maids all seem to have the same identity, despite their ubiquity in the manor holds where they can be found. Recently, they have been spotted with some sort of contraption that sucks up filth, but it sucks up gore much more eagerly. Persephone is a unholy humanoid medium with a perception of plus 17, and the out of place sense lowercase here. Out of place, vague, 30 feet. Language is common, one other shared by the creature they serve. Skills, athletics, deception, household lore, and society. Strength of 4, dex of 3, con of 5, int of 2, wiz of 5, charisma of 2. Out of place, they can sense when objects are not in their proper place or are missing as a vague sense within 30 feet. This sense only applies to the domains and holdings of the creature she serves or her own domicile. Maid's attire, which counts as fine clothing. AC of 23, Fort of 17, Reflex of 15, Will of 11, and +2 status versus mental. She has 112 hit points. I still feel good about that. Her resistances are going to be pretty moderate if she's got them at all. His weakness is to holy and poison. I didn't give it a lore reason for the poison, but it's what they're weak against in the game. It can just be a quirk. That's fine. Plus more things need weakness to poison. Master's Protection explains how she gets that 5. Unholy or Void based on her master. Speed of 25 feet. A kick, which is agile, does 2d4 plus 10 bludgeoning. A vacuum, which is not agile and is less likely to hit, but has grapple, unholy, and versatile P. Damage does 2d10 plus 8 bludgeoning, plus Clean the Filth. Clean the Filth is basically grab, but also deals damage for as long as it remains grabbed, and then makes you bleed after you break the grab. Proper Etiquette lets her boost her defenses against 1 to 3 creatures, and potentially make them off guard until the end of her next turn. The vacuum itself cleans up very well, requiring a DC 25 perception check to notice if anything was there before, such as blood. Vacuum can be disarmed or dropped, at which point it unmanifests, and she can remanifest it as an action with the Manipulate and Concentrate traits. It's a Corrupted Servitor. Despite being ostensibly a humanoid, Persephones can be conjured and bound by magic as if they were fiends, and are eager to serve a master. When conjuring a Persephone with Binding Circle or Planar Servitor, that's not how it's like it's supposed to be, or Planar Servitor ritual, the primary and secondary skill DCs are reduced by 5, and the Persephone demands only half the normal cost for service. This is based off of the Susta Daemon, which has a similar ability. It is unknown if Persephones serve some greater power, nor where exactly they come from. It seems they were created with some purpose in mind, but what could it be? So, seems good on a read through. So we'll go ahead and export. Current page. And that. And this is Persephone. Okay, so do Patreon. Create a post. Image. Can it be demanifest, not un? Is it? I don't know. I had it as demanifest and then I changed it to unmanifest. Unmanifest or demanifest? Google, help me. Unmanifest is the word, apparently. But no, demanifest is a word too. Hold on. Are they different or are they the same? Okay, so demanifest is go away and unmanifest is don't exist. All right, cool. Let's re-export that image right quick. Persephone. Okay, we'll put it in the Castlevania collection, the Creatures collection. PF2e, Creature, Castlevania. Sorry, I'm a word nerd. No, that's fine. It's good to use the right words. Okay. Persephone. Castlevania. Then Creature. Creature. Castlevania. And Creature. PF2e. Transcript. Select all. Copy. Find. I know there's going to be a weird break somewhere. This sense only applies. And yeah, okay, that's bolded properly. Please. Da, 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 da. Languages, perception. That. That is a heading. That is a heading. And that is a heading. Sidebar. Copy all, copy. Servitor, body, heading. Sidebar. And So the transcripts input. All right. Another one for the Castlevania Creature Collection. No. Public. Public. Okay. And we can go ahead and post that in chat. There's a link. And we still got a little while. I don't think I can make another creature in this time frame though. So maybe something a little smaller. We'll save this and close it. Maybe we'll work on some token borders or something. Or we can just chat, I guess. There's not much going on. I guess we can go look at other creatures that I've made. Just so that it stays sort of on topic and I don't have to like change the stream thing. Hey, from now on when you get me Welkin or crystals, do it here. Okay. Oh, I should also probably like make you a mod or something, huh? Can I do that from here? No, I have to do it from elsewhere. That's fine. I'll do it later. You should probably also send that to me somewhere that's not going to vanish in 20 minutes. So, we can take a look at our Castlevania collection so far and see how many creatures we've got. So we got 13 pages, but there's more than 13 creatures here. So we have the Persephone, which is 1. We got the Larrigi, which is 2. We got Dracula for 3. Sent in Discord. I have a Pathfinder complaint. What is your Pathfinder complaint? There's Galamoth for 4. There's a gun. There's 5 and 6 for the Flea Knight and Flea Man. 7. 8. 9, 10. 11. 12. 13, 14. So we have 14. Assuming they're all properly in here like they're supposed to be. I think that's right. But what is your Pathfinder complaint? Go about posting this to Reddit, I guess. All the 2-weapon fighting feats in Rogue and Ranger specify you must be wielding 2 weapons, so I can't build a character with claws that dual wields. That is true, but if I'm not mistaken, actually, there was an archetype that came out for that, with Howl of the Wild. I think it's called Claw Dancer. Or maybe not. I mean, the other way around that is to get like flurry somehow. Oh, excuse me. Feeling down. Hunting snag, springboard, claw and talon flow, precise look, form of claws. Yeah, it actually does not. Oh shit, I keep yawning. It does not fix that problem, actually. Oh, yeah. I had the window up in front of chat, sorry. I mean, it's not unreasonable to say that you could use an unarmed attack versus weapons if you have claws. Like, yeah, it's not raw. There's further implications of allowing unarmed attacks in place of weapons. But generally speaking, if that's just really what you want to go for, it's not like broken. Unless you find a way to break it, and then it's like, well, shame on you. I'm grumpy today. Why are you grumpy? Or what are you grumpy about? The no dual wielding claws thing? Oh, so you're complaining. I got you. Yeah, like within reason. Like, the reason it's set up that way is to prevent certain types of cheese. Because, like, if you, like, multi-classed, and you were an animal barbarian, for example, and you picked up those feats, you could have an absurdly strong, like, well, I'm gonna wiggity whack with my dragon tail stand, or my big claw, or whatever. I'm sorry. I don't have money to get you gems, and like we've got leftovers and stuff. Given that I've pretty much finished what I'm gonna do for stream anyway, I think I'm gonna go and see if there's someone to raid. Okay, I'm gonna go raid Radish Patch Gaming. They're playing Abomination Vaults Remixed. You should hold on. My dragon is in the way. Can't see because the stream browser is, or the raid browser overtakes the chat box. You should make a border based off Layla, her alt anyhow. Okay, I will think about that. I have plenty of borders to do. But I will see everyone later. Except you, Tracy. I'll see you in a minute. Bye.